Okay.
Okay, so this is like the 10th or something video, I'm not even sure. And a lot of the kids in my school don't really know anything about what DECA is, and a lot of people don't really know about DECA. So I just decided, hey, let's figure out what are the most commonly searched Google questions and ask the president of New York State DECA. So I'm here with Nina Goldstein. We have all the different Google questions. And do you want to just introduce yourself a little bit?
Okay, yeah, sure. Hi, my name is Nina. I go to Great Neck North High School. I'm currently a senior. I joined DECA as a sophomore in high school. Freshman year, I kind of saw what a community DECA was, and I definitely wanted that for myself. And then after having my chapter advisor as my marketing teacher, he convinced me to join, and we kind of talked, decided I should run for state office, and here we are. First question is, what is DECA? Okay, so if we're talking literally, DECA is a business club. There's a multitude of events that you can do for any of your passions, whether you're into cars, fashion, food. There's definitely something for everyone. I also think that DECA is a little bit different to every person for what it can provide for them. For me, it really provided an outlet to meet more people. And I know for a lot of my friends that do DECA, it kind of provided a way for them to become more confident in themselves and their speaking skills.
And the next question is
ICDC international? So ICDC stands for International Career Development Conference. There we go. Literally, there's people from China, there's people from Spain, Canada, Ontario, okay? Huge DECA chapters. They're insane at DECA, so it's definitely international.
Is DECA good for college? Is it going to get you to Harvard or whatever?
Okay, so kind of like anything, it depends how far you get in DECA. Like, there's regional, state, and international level, and then you can win at each of those levels. So obviously, anything that you win looks better for your college application. There's also so much opportunity to find more things than just like winning in your event in DECA. For example, running for state office, running for international office, running for regional boards. There's a lot of like virtual business competitions that you can do. There's a bunch of scholarships that I think a lot of people don't know about. So yeah, really, like, no one thing is gonna make or break your application. It's not gonna be like, "Oh, I did DECA, so now I'm automatically going to an Ivy League." But if you win at
Yeah.
ICDC, you have a real good shot at going to an
Yeah.
Ivy
I
League.
mean, same thing, like if you have a 1600, still, it's like even if it's 1600, you might know a few kids from your school who have those super high scores and test scores and grades, whatever, and they still don't get it. So it's a
Yeah.
bunch of stuff.
It's a combination of
Yeah, yeah.
everything. It's your extracurriculars, test scores, your essays, your grades.
Yeah.
So
It's also what you apply for. I mean, if you're going to apply for business, yeah, it's going to help you. But if you apply for an art degree, I don't know how ICD might help you, but that's up to you, I
yeah, I
guess.
mean, like, something cool I know specifically about New York State DECA is that we have a pin contest.
Yeah.
So if you are into
Pin?
art, a pin contest, yeah.
Like a little, like a pin,
Okay, so
like
you
a,
haven't been to ICDC before. Well, let me tell you something about ICDC. One of the highlights of your trip is trading pins. So each state gets like its own pin, and then the state will give out like pins to chapters. So each kid can get like 5 or 10 pins. And then you go around and you trade them with kids from other states
yeah,
to get new pins. And like every year, there's a bunch of like sought after pins. Like last year, South Park was the big one.
South Park.
Yeah, South
Like
Park pin.
the little fluffy dudes.
Oh, yeah. Like, I have a South Park backpack. My senior backpack says, "Screw you guys, I'm going home." Yeah, and it has, like, Cartman. It's so cute. Um,
So for if you're doing art, it would help.
yeah, listen, if you're doing art, like, submit to that pin contest. If you're doing singing, okay, if you wanna be in theater, singing the national anthem in front of 3,000 people, and you don't have to be into business. Like, there's so many other things that you can be interested in and still join DECA.
What be the difference? And also, this is legit right off the internet. What I see that. What be the difference between DECA events and leadership conference things?
I think what they're referring to is the leadership conferences at ICDC.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so leadership conferences are like events with like they're all different sizes. Let's say like 50 kids, and then you go and you have like a schedule and you go to like a lunch or like a leadership seminar, but you're not competing in anything. And then DECA events are the things that you're actually competing in. So whether that's like written role play or like virtual
Yeah.
business.
Okay, so here's the next one. How do I prepare for? Oh my god! I just pretend no one saw that. How do I prepare? Oh my god! How do I prepare for DECA competitions?
Okay, so to prepare for DECA competitions, it depends if you're doing written role play or like virtual business events, but you definitely want to have your written manual looked over by someone else who does written in your school. If you do role plays, you definitely want to set up practice role plays. And I have no clue how you prepare for virtual business. So,
Yeah, I mean, I guess you just have to know. Like, there's one like the stock game. You just have
yes.
to know. I don't know. Get insider tips.
Yeah,
Do some
insider
legal stuff.
trading.
Insider trading is probably what you have to do.
Yeah, listen, you have 1 year, okay, less than a year, you have, like, months, so really insider
Just put it all in
trading.
the video, to be honest.
No,
The
they're too
whole
high, they're gonna pop.
the whole thing. Where's ICDC this year?
Orlando, Florida, really fun, it's where, like, Disney is and Universal Studios, so if you're into roller coasters, I know I
Yeah,
am, such a fun place to be.
I'm not getting on a roller coaster. I'm scared of that.
What?
All right.
No way. Wait, you're scared of
I'm
roller
scared of the
coasters?
roller coaster. I'm not going on. I'm too scared.
Can anyone run for DECA president or do you need special qualifications? Just because you didn't do one thing doesn't mean you don't qualify. It's not like you have to go to ICDC or you have to have won at states, but like you definitely have to be involved in your DECA community. Like there's certain criteria that you have to meet, but it's not hard
Yeah.
criteria. It's just being involved in DECA. And listen, like the state officer application, I don't think it's on the website yet, but it'll definitely be
Yeah.
going on there soon,
And I
like
think
within
the
a month.
deadline's like January 10th or something. So they're gonna probably put it
Yeah,
up soon.
it's in January, and like literally take a look, and the qualifications are all on there, and just see if you qualify. Because I think a lot of people qualify without realizing that they do.
Yeah.
Mm.
How do you run for
How do I
officer
run?
state?
So you fill out a bunch of paperwork, you get letters of recommendation, a resume, write a couple of supplementals, then you show up to states and you have an interview process and you literally have like a campaign booth.
Yeah.
Every state does it really differently. So like if you're from New Jersey, like this doesn't really apply. Like every state does officer nominations extremely differently. But that's how New York State does it.
Yeah.
Is DECA good for introverts or just extroverts? And followed by, should I compete in DECA? Obviously, you should compete in DECA. If you're an introvert, you honestly have a lot more to gain. And listen, like, especially if you do role plays, you're not talking in front of like 100 people. It's just you and the judge. And you're never going to see that judge again. Like, you literally have no clue who they are. You walk in, it's 10 minutes, and you walk out. And if you're doing written, you're presenting in front of a judge, maybe a couple of judges, but it's definitely not the kind of thing where like you need to have like stage fright or anything because it's a pretty intimate experience. And if you do, then it's a perfect chance to
Yeah.
conquer your fear.
If you let like the nervousness get to you, it's gonna be a bigger problem than, let's say, if you didn't know the topic itself, because it's a lot of I feel like a lot of the competition is just confidence,
Yeah,
but it's also it's a
100%.
good thing to practice. How do I win a DECA competition without knowing anything about business? So I mean, what do you think?
Okay, I would say that it depends on your event. So, like, I do automotive series marketing,
Yeah.
and I'm going to be so honest, I don't know that much about cars, but I do know a lot about marketing. So, you really want to pick an event that you know things about. So, if you don't know anything about apparel and accessories, then don't choose apparel and accessories. Do something that you maybe do have a little bit of knowledge about. But that also means that if you're choosing like something like automotive, okay, I don't know the horsepower, I don't know what horsepower is. I don't know what that means. For all I know, like you're talking about actual horses, okay? But like I know different car brands, I know different strategies that they use. I've done like a lot of research on like the actual market and like buyer and consumer behaviors. So just because you know the engine of a
Yeah.
car doesn't mean you're going to do well.
And if you know everything about quote unquote business, but business is a very large topic, but essentially you're part of business, if you know a lot about it, that doesn't guarantee you anything. It doesn't guarantee you anything, but the more creative and confident you are, I think that really is going to help you out. Like this one kid created origami he learned how to create origami just for his presentation. I know another kid who learned sign language just for his presentation. I know another kid who like created a software for his presentation just so that when he was presenting it on his written, it was creative and new. Can I still win if I called my judge mom by accident, baby?
Listen, if you are advertising something, I can't imagine what, but you're advertising stuff. Oh, if you're advertising diapers, baby food, yeah. You
Yeah,
like as a mom,
yeah.
or like,
Mom, I mean, if you were a mom, you would need this product, something like
yeah,
that.
or like, mom, your honor, and then just get up and walk out at that point.
Yeah.
Does DECA give food? I'm gonna throw it. Okay, states, food is included with the price that you pay in New York. At ICDC, it really depends on the hotel you stay in. Some hotels do breakfast, but mainly no. But like there's a lot of opportunities to eat good food. Like last year at ICDC, my friend and I went to um okay, we weren't allowed to go to Erewhon because last year was in Anaheim. Like if you're a chapter let, like you could have gone to Erewhon, could have gone like the Haley Bieber
What's an
smoothie.
Erewhon?
You know what Erewhon is?
An Erewhon? Oh,
Erewhon,
Erewhon?
like no, like it's like a really crazy expensive supermarket where like all the
Oh.
celebrities go
Okay, so yeah, you can go to the Erewhon.
to Erewhon,
Oh yeah,
not the Erewhon.
an Erewhon. And there's also other stuff. But on a serious note though, like besides all the DECA stuff, all of the Google thing, like if you're a freshman to the freshmen to the sophomores, even to juniors, I'm a junior, and even to seniors, I know a bunch of people who are in a bunch of different clubs, and really, if you are even remotely interested in business, DECA's a perfect club for you. And if you're not remotely interested in business and you're into like art, singing, and other topics, it's also really good because unlike other clubs, DECA really pushes, the community and the network. Like once you go to DECA, there's gonna be so many more people who genuinely are gonna sit there and like want to talk to you and say what's up. Like I met so many different people, and you're not gonna find that at. I mean, I'm not gonna start calling out other stuff, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, DECA definitely is like a place where everyone can thrive and you can definitely find your community. So I would suggest you join DECA.